Alright everyone, welcome to Miss Lee's class. So we're doing application of exponent laws. So remember negative exponent laws? So when you have negative exponent, you flip the base, make the exponent positive. Okay? So it becomes 1 over a to the power of m. Flip the base, b over a, flip the base, a over b, make the exponent positive. And in this case, this one doesn't have negative exponents. So just leave it like that. Just leave it like that. And move negative exponent. Change the location. All you have to do is change the location. So top goes to the bottom. And bottom goes to top. Right? So there's b times c cubed over a squared. Okay. Let's evaluate this. So negative exponent. So we're going to flip the base and make the exponent positive. Then negative is repeated 3 times, becomes negative 2 cubed and 3 cubed. Negative 8 over 27. So this one, 0.2. 0.2 is 2 over 10. So change it to a fraction. So 2 over 10 is 1 over 5. Flip the base. Make the exponent positive. 5 over 1 is same as 5. 5 cubed is 125. Next. Again, so a to the power of negative 2 over 3 negative exponent. But before we solve, before we flip the base, we're going to look at 8. 8 is same as 2 cubed, negative 2 over 3. Then 2 cubed times negative 2 over 3. So 3 is same as 3 over 1. Cancel. It becomes 2 to the power of negative 2 over 1. So 2 to the power of negative 2 over 1 is 2 to the power of negative 2. Flip the base, make the exponent positive, becomes 1 over 4. Next, again, it's 9 over 16. So you can flip the base, 16 over 9, and make the exponent positive. And everyone, 16 is 4 squared. 9 is 3 squared. Then 3 over 2. So 4, 2 times 3 over 2. 2 over 1 times 3 over 2. 3, 2 over 1 times 3 over 2. And 4 cubed, 3 cubed. 4 cubed is 64, and 3 cubed is 27. So 64 over 27. Okay, so let's move to example 2. So when you have a formula, you have to write down the formula first. Multiplication is hiding here. Multiplication. All right, and so here it says in the formula v is the speed in meter. So v is the speed in meter. S is the distance between successive footprint of the same foot, and F is the foot length in meter. Okay. Now here, so we can estimate the speed using the footprint. So S, distance between the same foot. So here, the distance is 1 meter. So S is 1 meter. And F is the foot length it says the foot length is 0.25 meter. So we know everything. So let's just write it down. 0.155 times 1 to the power of 5 over 3. 1 to the power of something is always 1. Remember that. And 0.25 to the power of negative 7 over 6. So 1 becomes 1. So you don't have to think about it. And let's put this into the calculator. Let's enter this into the calculator. Okay, 0.155 times 0.25 to the power of bracket negative 7 over 6. So that is 0.781. So estimate the speed 0.78. Let's keep 2 decimal places. Alright, so the answer is, it says speed meter per second. So meter per second. 0.78 meter per second will be the answer. So when a formula is given, what you have to do is find the unknown variable and just put everything into the calculator. Then you will be able to solve the problem. Okay, next questions. They look very tricky, but if you do everything step by step, you will be fine. So simplify the powers. Alright, so before I solve this for you, I want you to pause the video and try those questions by yourself. Alright, so we learned how to do it actually, so I want you to try those questions by yourself first. Okay, have you tried those questions? I'm going to go over it together. 0.3 power times power. Add them up. So 0.3 squared. So we can just simplify the power. I'm not going to evaluate it. That's fun. Negative 8 times, because you multiply those two numbers. Multiply those two numbers, negative 6. And now you're going to add those up. And that becomes negative 8 to the power of negative 2. Alright, and we're going to flip the base and make the exponent positive. And negative sign will be repeated twice. So repeated twice, it becomes positive. 1 over a squared. So the answer is 1 over a squared. Okay, in this case, I'm going to simplify inside the bracket. So bottom, look at the bottom. X to the power of 3, x to the power of 1 over 3 plus 5 over 3. So x to the power of 2 over 3, and x to the power of 1 plus 5 is 6 over 3 to the power of 6. And then we're going to use division. So we have the division. So we're going to subtract. What's 2 over 3 minus 6 over 3? That is negative 4 over 3 to the power of 6. Okay, then x to the power of negative 4 over 3 times 6 over 1. Becomes x to the power of negative 8 over 1, right? Negative 4 times 2 becomes 8. 1 times 1 is 1. Then x to the power of negative 8 is 1 over x to the power of 8. So flip the base and make the exponent positive. So this is the answer. Alright, then 10a to the power of 5 be cubed over 2a squared, b to the power of negative 2. Let's simplify the number first. And a to the power of 5, a squared. You cancel 2a's from here. So 5 minus 2. And b cubed. And you have b negative to b to the power of negative 2. So change the location. You're going to move it to the top and make the exponent positive. Okay? Alright. So it becomes 5a cubed b 3 plus 2 is 5. So the answer is 5 times a cubed b to the power of 5. E. Okay, so before we solve, let's just change 8 2 to the power of 3. Right? So 2 to the power of 3 a cubed b to the power of 6. 1 over 3. So we're going to distribute it. We have 3 items. We're going to distribute this into the bracket. 3 over 1 times 1 over 3. A 3 is the same as 3 over 1 times 1 over 3. B 6 over 1 times 1 over 3. So 3, 3, 3, 3. They cancel out. 2a and 6 no, b squared. So 2ab squared. So we have x 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Because multiplication, you add them up. Y 2 plus negative 1. Right? Then x 4 over 2. Y 2 minus 1. And x 4 over 2 is squared. And 1, omit 1, becomes x squared y. Four and 2. Simplify. So you have 2 and a, move a to the top and make the exponent positive. And b 2 over 3. Since it's a division, you subtract 1 over 3. Then 2 a to the power of 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. B 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3 is 1/3 over 1. But we can omit this. 2a to the power of 4. B to the power of 1/3. H. Let's reduce it. 25 becomes 1. 100 becomes 4. Then 4a over a to the power of 5. B negative 1. 1 over 2. Here we know that 4 is the same as 2 squared. Okay, so we have 1a and 5a. Let's just cancel 1a from here. So it becomes 4. So cancel 1a, it becomes 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to move b to the power of 1 to the top. Because it's negative exponents, we're going to move b to the top like this. And to the power of 1 over 2. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 items. We're going to distribute it, distribute the exponent. Here, 2 squared times 1 over 2, b 1 over 2, a to the power of 4 times 1 over 2. So 2 over 1, 2 cancel, 2 to the power of 1, b 1 over 2 over 4 over 1, 2, so a squared. So this is the answer, 2b to the power of 1 over 2 over a squared. Okay, so did you guys get the correct answer? So that is it for the section. So start doing your homework. Thanks for watching.